Yeah, it feels incredible. I mean, this is the sport of football. You feel that we're getting closer and closer to week one versus Houston. So it's incredible. We get to, execute a little bit more of our stunts, get a little deeper into our playbook. But yeah, we're getting it going out there. The energy of the fans too is just contagious. So loving it. And I'm excited to get closer and closer back to week one.
Anyone stand out to you first day at Pats?
I mean, you always got to shout out the guys on the defense. Puna really, you saw his work today. And, I was over there trying some of the things that he did, and not to too much success, but I'm going to work on it. But just the way that he commands attention, the way that he defeats double teams, and then obviously he has a lot of pass rush ability that's going to be able to help us as well. And that's shown on the other days, but today was run heavy, and, man, he showed up today really big. And then, obviously, you guys saw and probably heard him. But, of course, 8 showed up again today. So just super excited to see those guys continue to show up. And then, talk about the duo of our linebackers right now, Landman and Omar, the way that Landman commands, the huddle, the way that he's getting punch-out opportunities, the way that they're fitting up the run. I'm ecstatic, if you can't tell already. I'm ecstatic about, what this defense is going to be and ultimately how it's going to help this team win football games.
Coach McVay was praising Tyler Davis. What have you seen from him in his growth?
He is consistent. Let me take this off too. Sorry. I hate how it looks with that. But no, Tyler Davis is one of the most consistent guys year round. He was in all the time this offseason. I'm working out with him, with Fist, with Puna. But when you see the technical aspect, we have a lot of guys who are not, the biggest guys, but really to be able to succeed at this level, you have to have stellar technique, and the way that he plays double teams, the way that he plays on the inside of his toes, the way that he strikes blocks. It's everything that you want. And really, the top 4 right now of our D-line room, we're all practically interchangeable, and he's one of those top 4. So I'm excited to continue to go to work with him. And that guy shows up day in and day out, and he's consistent. You know exactly what you're going to get.
You mentioned being interchangeable. What benefit does that bring?
It brings a lot of benefit. When you think about, so for me, my journey last year, I started off taking basically every snap, and once it got to third downs, I didn't have as much juice. But to be able to have guys who can hold it down like Puna, like TD, who can really own the run and who really uphold the standard that we have in that D-line room. Now we have guys that are able to take snaps on the early downs, keep us fresh, for pass rushing opportunities. And then really when you see those guys get to work on pass rush as well, if me or Fist needed to take some of the early downs as well, you swap it out, it's interchangeable. So we really have a great group of guys, and you can plug and play whatever position. Another thing that comes to mind with Tyler Davis, but also with all of our guys, is position flexibility. We're playing the 3, the 2, the shade, the 5, the 4, it doesn't matter. And so all of our guys take ownership of that. And I'm excited to see how that translates on the field, how that keeps us fresh, and ultimately how that ends up, with us doing a better job in the run game and obviously get more sacks as well.
Coach mentioned that you're a leader of this group. You're only in year 3. How do you feel to be somebody who has to lead such a talented group that is so young?
Yeah, it feels really empowering. And then also it's a big responsibility. But what I've felt all this camp, and really as it's built up into this camp, and really as the season last year progressed, is that it's not just me who's leading. Everybody has their own individual ways. You think of the way that Q was one of our captains last year, the way that he leads, the way that he commands. You think of the ways that Cam Curl leads and commands by just the way that he shows up and does his work, by the way that he owns his technique. He's in the right spot all the time. And you can go all throughout our defense. And now, there's different guys who bring energy. There's different guys who bring that mentality. And so we're all, one unit together. But it definitely means a lot for me to be the head of the snake. And that's a big responsibility. So I gotta stay on my P's and Q's. And I'm excited about that. That keeps me going, to be able to lead this group. I can't be slacking. I can't not be making plays. I can't not be producing, because this group is too talented. And we have way too much fire. So,
what does it mean that this group is so talented at such a young age, and there's so many of them?
Yeah, I think it's a special thing, right? There's guys who might get into the league and, might get to that vet status and want to take some days off, or need to take days off for their bodies, or whatever it may be, but we're still young and hungry. I'm over there, and every rep I'm getting taken out, I'm over there looking at GIF like, you sure you don't want me in there? Or the second they call up Mamba and he calls somebody else, I'm like, you sure? Did you say 9-1? Like, and that's all of our mentality. Everybody wants to get the snaps. Everybody wants to help contribute, and everybody's willing to do whatever it takes to help this team succeed. And that's going to show up on Sundays. That's going to show up all throughout the season.
There was a lot of Mamba periods today. What did you guys kind of get out of that on first day of pads?
Yeah, it's good to be able to go ones-on-ones. You know, we've been doing a lot of ones on twos, which is also great work. I mean, obviously that's building depth, and we have a lot of great pieces. And as you know, and as was shown last year, I mean, in any given moment, week 1, we have 7 guys go down, and everybody's going to have to step up. So it's good to be able to raise those guys up, and also for us to continue to be able to get good work. But then it's also good, you know, to be protected by the pads, to know that you know, some of those hits and stuff, it's not just going to be like head on shoulders, and you can really protect each other, but you can really go all out. So now we're going ones-on-ones. We're getting a true feel of what the game, you know, is going to feel like. And I'm excited because, I mean, I look at our guys and a lot of our guys up front, and I'm like, this guy is one of the best in the entire league. You know, I think of every time I line up on KDOT, it's what a great opportunity I have. Like, he's one of the best in the league. That's going to make me better. How can I show my technique, and how can I show what I might show on other people on him? And really, when you go all throughout the line, I mean, we have a lot of dogs in the offensive line, so to be able to go ones-on-ones, to be able to feel what it feels like, you know, to have a back like Kyron that's jump cutting in and out, and then obviously when the staff gets back for the back guys, to be able to see him dot the ball in all the different places, be able to maneuver people different ways, it's getting really good work, really.
What's the most important thing for you in the balance of last year was last year, but still learning, taking some of that experience, but hitting a reset for this year?
Yeah, I mean, it's always about growing, right? And so growing doesn't mean forgetting last year, but it means using that as a foundation. And so we've done a really great job of being able to have that foundation of knowledge and also that foundation of confidence, right? The way that we were flowing, you know, as the season progressed and into the latter parts of the season, that gives you a lot of earned confidence. Sean talks about it all the time, but earning the confidence to be able to go out and just say, I'm going to cut it loose. And to be willing to make a mistake, or to be willing to fall, because you know, okay, at least I'm going for it. And so that gives us a lot of confidence to build off of. We have a lot of knowledge to build off of. And ultimately that's going to show in us playing a lot faster, us, you know, getting after it from the jump. And I'm excited to see kind of how that shows up in year 2 of this young defense, and in Shula's second year, and in our second year kind of dealing with this group. Yeah, I'm just excited.
You've been here kind of as the defensive line has evolved from one really dominant player to dominant players across the board. What's it been like? How would you describe how that's evolved and where you guys are now?
Yeah, I feel like there's a lot more of an emphasis on personal responsibility. I mean, for me, I had a ton of personal responsibility when I was lining up with AD, because it was my job, get him off the slide. You know, go crease it, go pick the center, get him off the slide. But now it's all 4 of us, all 5 of us, however many out there on that front, and we each have a specific job within a given framework of a play, and there's specific ops that are written for all of us, right? And the coaches do a great job of being able to script it so that it captures the best things that we do, and that shows up. So yeah, I mean, I think there's a lot of a lot more responsibility, I would say, and you really have to rely on each other a lot more. And you know, I give a ton of credit to Giff, the way that he's been able to unite the D-line room, to Giff and to Coach Joe, to be able to unite the D-line room and the OLB room throughout last year. Now we're getting in meetings with each other. We're understanding the language. We're saying, okay, this is when maybe Fist has a hard down, or this is where Verse has a hard down. So there's a general appreciation. And now we're continuing to even do that with the whole front 7 and with the linebackers as well. And I mean, that's just going to show up on Sunday. So we have a lot of guys who can really go and win. And at any given moment, you got to be ready for any one of us to strike, and that's dangerous.
Awesome. What's that, guys?